Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Dota 2 Asia Championships 2015, and we are in the final day of group stage action. Now we are in heat number 4, and well, we got a nice one for you. It's going to be Evil Geniuses taking on Big God. These two guys, the powerhouses right now, they're at the top. We got Evil Geniuses sporting a nice 10-3 record. Big God, they're 10-4. A win here puts them into a more secured upper bracket position for the main stage. Bring you the English coverage, of course, is Beyond the Summit in partnership with Dota Cinema. And over here from BTS2, it's me, KotLGuy, casting from my very tiny, small New York City apartment in the cold overnight by myself. I'm scared, I'm sad, and I'm going mad from all the Dota. But I'm not going at it alone. I got a good friend here with me. Maut is back once more. Maut, my friend, I believe that what we're seeing before us is the meta in a nutshell.
Yeah, it's absolutely right, actually. And it's just the Axe and the Shadow Fiend again, man. The line, too. And Evil Geniuses pick up the line with the Axe, which is so good because Axe he's kind of difficult to play against. But if you get that line, then you have a lot of a better time because Hex is so dominant against the hero. But Axe and line together, you take away that combo. You take away the fact that line is going to Hex you and make you have a bad time. And you also have a really reliable stun. You have a lot of damage and a really good support because the base damage has been increased. And
10 seconds.
I don't know. This is going to be a close game, man. Like EG and Big God, these are two really solid teams. Big God's had a bit of a rough time. They've won a couple of games, though. They've really gotten back into it. But we'll see how things pan out for them.
Yeah, you know what, though? I'm a bit nervous. For Evil Geniuses, they start with a pretty passive banning start here, removing the Vengeful Spirit and a Witch Doctor ban. But that allows now Big God to pick up, what I have to say is ROTK is one of his best. He gets the Bat Rider now, and now he doesn't even have to worry about a Vengeful Spirit. So that is a bit finicky, I feel. You're allowing them to get a very, very prized hero. Maybe they're just hoping that they have a lot of solid options out there, and they'll be able to nab at least one of them. Big God take away the Shadow Fiend for themselves, which I'm sure EG would have had an eye on. And yeah, well, they do manage to still snag up the Axe here and the line, but I don't know, man. And now with the ban coming out in AA, I feel like they want to sneak in some sort of wisp play here. That's just biting out to me right now.
I mean, it's always a possibility. That hero is so damn good. I like the ban of the Silencer. I feel like that hero is good, but I feel like EG and like Secret are the only teams that play it right now. I don't know if they've picked it up for Big God. I don't think they have, actually. So I'm not sure if it's a necessary ban.
I feel like it might be more of a counter, like they might do something like big wombo combo, like Faceless Void lead things off, and there's going to be a bunch of shit flying in there after, where normally it'd be like, oh, a Silencer's just going to have your number. I think we saw that earlier today with Blaze. It might even have been my very first matchup. It was a Silencer pick at the end, which really just kind of ruined for the other team. It was just absolutely devastating.
Yeah, it's a good hero. I think as the months go on, more and more teams are going to run that hero as a support in the 5 position, or the 4 position even. It's fine. Like, because all you really need is that global. And on top of that, your glaives do a shit ton of damage, even without that much intelligence. So I think it's a solid hero. We'll see him more and more often, but we got to deal with this meta now. We have to deal with the Bat Rider, Shadow Fiend, line Axe meta. So.
Well, what does that leave out there that normally would be a nice and prized pickup? They did ban out the Troll and Jug, and they're going right for Sumail next. They get out his prized Storm Spirit, and then the Queen of Pain he's been showing off a lot. But Naga Siren's going to be the grab up here.
And the good thing about this Naga pickup is that they don't have the line to counteract it. Like, you see line all the time against Naga because Meta Drain's so good against illusions, and also just have that burst damage to take the Naga down before she can, get in and out, because she's not really an actual BKB carrier. So this is a solid pickup. Although they have a Bat Rider, which is not the best for a Naga Siren, they should still be okay. They'll be able to make a lot of space with the Axe. And you could Song to initiate, you could Song to get out. So I think this is pretty good for Evil Geniuses. It'll probably be the Sumail Naga, which I have yet to see, but I'm sure is stellar.
I mean, we were questioning like his Zeus play before, and on paper he hadn't really played it a lot, but well, you can tell that they've been scrimming a lot and practicing maybe new setups there, but we'll see. Big God, they see an excellent late gamer. They already had pulled out the Medusa once before, so maybe they wouldn't be afraid to kind of take it to the late game. We might possibly see the Burning Morphling one more time. Someone who can really be able to capitalize on Bat Rider's extra lockdown that he brings in. But I think the safe route is to kind of maybe get some of these supports. Ice and Lanham, typically a Wild House duo. Shadow Shaman seems to be the second go-to. Well, there's your Medusa to kind of take it to the late game.
The Burning Dusa, so good against the Naga with the split arrows, the split shot to be able to take down the illusions. And they could even go for a Lana Earthshaker. We talked a lot about it, I believe it was yesterday, and how he played so well at MLG Columbus back in the day with that hero. That's not a bad hero up against Naga Siren, so there's always that opportunity, and they've been picking that a little bit recently. By the way, just want to point this out. I did a little bit of my own stat research.
10 seconds
EG have yet to pick Naga Siren this month in DAC, let alone in this patch. I believe they haven't picked it, so... Yeah, they haven't touched the Naga Siren at all.
Well, it's either A, we are playing at core and we're ready to show it off now, or B, is that it's actually a support. And we got something in our back pocket we're ready to show you. I'm trying to see the value in that, given that maybe it is good against Bat Rider. You know, even as a support, it's an insta, like, everyone calm the hell down for a moment, and we'll stop you from kind of kidnapping our team. And then the Ensnare also works to go through BKB, which Shadow Fiend is typically a BKB pickup hero.
Yep.
I wouldn't throw that out of the equation. It could still be that support Naga. But now the Slark gets picked up here, a good snowball kind of a hero, and probably one of the top contenders to late game Medusa.
Yeah, this is a solid pickup, and there's definitely a possibility that this is run as a support for the Naga Siren. It's easily a possibility, and that's really where the benefit comes from. Is like you pick at third pick, and it's really ambiguous as to what you're doing. And yes, they do ban the Earthshaker. Very smart ban from Evil Geniuses. They know just as well as everyone else does that Lanham's Earthshaker is disgusting. They take it out of the pool immediately. They don't want to get jumped on. They don't want to get slammed. Very smart play for EG, and...
But the thing is Lanham has also played Shadow Shaman as well. So I don't know if Evil Geniuses are maybe just more fearsome of the secondary support follow-up, because you can still play a pretty defensive Earthshaker. But I have agreed with you. Earthshaker, I feel, would be very, very strong in this kind of get-up, especially with the illusion kind of gaming happening there. He could have a real field day. But secondary support options here for Big God now, where we already got the Shadow Shaman there at the ready. Do we go more defensive from this point? Is it crazy to think of possibly getting something like an Omni Knight? I mean, I'm trying to think of how they want to really round this out.
And that seems a bit too defensive with the Medusa. You can maybe put it with the Bat Rider. Actually, Bat Rider Omni Knight is pretty disgusting now that I think about it. It was picked yesterday, and they put it in the aggro duel lane, I believe. Not from Big God. It might have been another team. I'm not sure who.
The other
they did run the Omni
options outside of Abaddon is like which has been banned. I was going to think about that one, but I mean Dazzle's still on there and is an option, but that's a bad option against an Axe, I would suppose. So Omni Knight seems to be either more or like a Treant who's been kind of picked up as of recent. I'm just thinking that they're probably going to go defensive here, and their options are getting pretty limited.
I don't know if you go for Omni Knight, though, because Naga Siren is a natural diffusal carrier.
That's
true, so that's one thing. I mean, like, that's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's just something you have to keep in mind. You're like, you have to play around a Naga and her getting Diffusal Blade, but she doesn't always go for Diffusal early on in the game if she is a core. And that's a pretty big if at this point. We have no idea if they're going to run her as a core support. They might actually be deciding that right now. Like, okay, well, support Naga could work here. We could just throw a wrench into their plans, pick another core, and be good to go. We'll see how it turns out for Evil Geniuses, though.
This is EG. This is a big thing, because they also have to put into consideration Big God have that last pick, and they have a big pool of supports to work with, and they don't want to get something that could be easily countered by that last pick here. Or they have something in mind, and they're just talking it over, assessing the early game. You know, do we go to the jungle? Do we look to scout things out? You know, slow playing it, at least for now. 20 more seconds here. Man, oh man.
Really taking their time on this one.
I'm curious. What's the Dota 2 Lounge? Wait. Last 4 seconds of this one.
It's got to be very close to even.
Yeah,
it's like 10-3 versus 10-4. Yeah, like this is one of the closest matchups we'll see.
I would not bet
this tournament.
This match. Puck gets picked up.
Naga.
So that is a support Naga. Okay.
So Puck mid for Sumail. Axe is going to probably be off lane with maybe a support Naga or Lion. They could just run him off lane altogether and then probably put Slark safe lane. You could also do Slark, Naga, Lion, aggro tri-lane top against a Medusa, which is probably okay. Depends on who they have to face here. Shadow Shaman and Medusa is an okay lane to go up against, but it depends on the last pick coming up for Big God. There's a lot of options for Evil Geniuses.
Yeah, if Big God see this now and think it is indeed going to be a support Naga, she's not going to be farming a Diffusal. Maybe Omni Knight's back back as an option.
Yeah, no, you could go Omni now, I think.
But they probably, or do they have some crazy like support puck? It's going to be the Rubik. Grab them right here.
Sumail's playing puck. As much as I would love to see a support puck, I
mean, I don't know. I mean, welcome back to support Naga Siren. They might not have played Naga in a month, but that's a core Naga. When was the last time they played a support Naga Siren? You know,
I'm sure Peter's got something up his sleeves. It's actually Peter playing the line, and then it's going to be AUI playing the support Naga. So
and
that's the thing. They just added him
too,
so.
This could just be like I don't want to say jungle Naga, but in the same aspect, you know, a very selfless lion.
No, you're absolutely right, because like
a 4-core.
We always talk about like how like Zai, especially when he used to play for Evil Geniuses, used to be super greedy, and you know AUI was like the originator of that for a period of time when he played with Cloud9. Like he was amazingly greedy, and that comes down to the fact that Aoi knows how to farm. Like this guy played carry for the longest time on Dignitas. He's quite good at doing it. And they give him a hero that can farm the jungle if necessary. But you do need to get like a bottle. You need to get like an Aquila as well. And a couple of levels so that you have enough to work with in terms of your illusions and Riptide. But I don't know if they're going to give him much room to work with in terms of the jungle. They might just try to get him kills with Universe top. Already some aggression coming out. They're going to head up top. They're going to either try to contest this top rune or get a kill. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, we better get these introductions underway. And just a side note, I love the Rubik last grab. They have some of the biggest plays in Dota thanks to a stolen song. So, well, we could be seeing something like that here. It's going to be Lanham out in front right now, leading the charge on his support Shadow Shaman. We have Burning back again, doing a repre on the Medusa. He brought back a big win over Vici Gaming just before. Ice is going to be playing the support Rubik. Nearby, the director, Mr. Zhao 8. He's going to be playing your Shadow Fiend. And last but not least, it's going to be ROTK, pausing it up, playing the Bat Rider.
Good stuff already. I mean, we actually avoided a pause in our first game, I believe. That was fantastic. That was the first game
my first pause, I think, of the night. This one has ruined it all, I believe. I think my first game with Blaze, both games with Blaze also, no pauses. Very happy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, man. I screwed everything over for you, I guess.
It's okay. It's not a long one, apparently. So ROTK shakes it off a bit. I wonder also, apparently, Burning broke his mouse at the end of the last game. So hyped up, and when he got that rampage, he broke his mouse. I wonder if they had to get him a new one and how that situation went down. So he's working with a new mouse.
I wonder what mouse he uses. Like, that's actually so uncomfortable. Like,
I think he uses his mind. I think he just puts the cord on like a suction cup, puts it on his forehead, and then the game gets played. Like, he's that good.
All right, hit the creep now. Good.
He's like, I just close my eyes. He goes silent.
He's literally Neo from the Matrix. AUI's going to walk forward. There's going to be a Riptide. Universe is got no skill in Berserker's Call yet. Burning taking a lot of damage. The Riptide going to work. They're going to turn their attention towards the top area where Ice and Lanham are making their way out of there and actually get both bounty runes. Sumail gets the top one, bottom one goes for Fear on the Slark. So speaking of your Evil Geniuses roster, the boys in blue, Fear, Old Man Dota on the Slark heading bottom. Mid lane, it is going to be Sumail, the young and up-and-coming player on the puck. Top lane, AUI 2000 smoked up in the Naga Siren, PPD with him on the line, and Universe Sahilo Neo playing the axe. This guy's a man. Let up top lane, tri-lane versus tri-lane. This could be a lot of damage coming out, and BG have to be very careful.
Man, Universe, so good. I would consider like one of the best, pound-for-pound best, as far as off-lane play goes. But early smoke here. I'm loving this. Oh, Lanham scouts on over. Gets it going to be popped. First spike connects. Aoi moves on forward with the Riptide and the Battle Hunger. This is going to be potentially your first blood, and you can't deny that. He is going to try to eat his tango up. Oh, God, the vitamins.
Oh, my God. 10 HP, dude.
The vitamins. 10 HP saves him. That could have been an early strong boost for EG.
PPD made the right play sitting in the trees. AUI 2000, he got spotted out. Lanham denies himself, unsurprisingly. He lost no gold from that. He had everything he already needed, so he heads back home. He actually is going to bring out a Tango and Salve to this top lane so they can get some extra reinforcements in terms of regen, and I think this is the right decision. They thought maybe this was going to be, you know, just a hero, like one hero top lane, but now they realize this is an aggro tri-lane situation, and it's going to be sketchy. They don't want to get caught out and die.
This is a lane I don't want to even move my camera from. I mean, what were we looking at really mid lane? Is Sumail going toe-to-toe with Zhao Wei? I don't imagine until level 6, unless Sumail really oversteps somehow, that there's going to be a kill there. Looking at bottom, the Bat Rider versus Fear. Well, that's going to be a strong matchup for Fear. as far as he's going to have a hard time. ROTK's bat is going to be having his number, but top lane, like I said, action-packed. Already at the creep cutting, happening out for Universe. Telekinesis pulls him right back. Lanham steps back for a moment. Still not enough for the shackle, but they're moving forward. Right clicks are going to be there. Universe is in trouble. Oh, and he pops the salve. Salve, it is going to get canceled. Lanham is still in hot pursuit. Get the hell out of this top lane. You are not going to get so aggressive with me. And now PPD, Earth Spike, a little too early, not going to catch the mark.
Don't
there.
body block him, dude. Come on, what are you doing, PPD?
Move, damn it. And now he steps back. The sheep's there. Are you going to the high ground? Oh, he falls short. Ice almost tried to get that one, and PPD, my haste now.
Oh my, how lucky can you get? Yeah, Universe not having boots is really a problem. Like, he can't get away with that kind of a play without boots, and he's close, but he has no regen now. He used all of his tangos, he used his salve as well. And he has nothing to work with. No tranquil boots coming out for a couple of minutes now, and this is sketchy as all hell.
Yeah, well, he's gonna probably share some Tango love in here. Yeah, PPD hands one of them little vitamins over, and he's gonna be fine. Slowly regens his way back, but Burning wants to hold control of this game, and Big God are looking to take things on their pace, on their terms. They don't like these young, rambunctious kids getting up in their face behind their towers. That's not what we like. We're old men, so. For now, they try to take the Creequilibrium perfectly right outside the tower range. And now they have free CS to work with here. For the rest of the Evil Genius supports, they're on the move. They're looking to get action done, so they're going to head elsewhere and see what they can do.
They're like, this aggro trial line was an awful idea. It's just time to leave.
Nope, we tried. We were all in for that first blood. It didn't really happen, and now we got to go. So
I mean, if that first blood had actually gone, that lane would have been so much different. There would have been boots first for Universe. He would have just ran the lane. They couldn't do anything to him at that point. And it really just comes down to AUI getting caught out and getting scouted out by the Rasta. So if that's okay, they are going to try to secure some farm for fear in the bottom lane. Pounce is just going to connect on ROTK, but he can't do any damage. He's going to pop up the decent amount. Here's the Earth Spike. Is going to be enough, and
but I'm a
flying
frog.
There.
Oh my God. Flying Frog says no can do, and ROTK bottles up and goes right back in for PPD. The wand's going to be popped. Northpack zones him back a little bit, but ROTK wants to chase, I'd imagine. He's still got the stickies, but he bullies him back. They would have loved to have that kill, because while they've been moving around that top lane, ROTK has been profiting a lot. He's 15 and 6 on an off-lane solo Bat Rider. He's almost level 5. Well, he's going to see a little Sumail take up that Invis rune, and they might make a move onto him. Here comes Universe. Where the hell did he come from? Steps forward. Battle Hunger's going to be out, and ROTK is going to go down. First blood goes to Universe.
Game is salvaged. It's just like that. Well, they might lose AUI, but they don't really care. He's expendable at this point. He's dead. Telekinesis back. He does get the Riptide off, so he does a little bit of damage before it goes down, but I mean, AUI is now, for all intents and purposes, an off-lane Naga Siren. I mean, that's not really his job, but that's the job he has to undertake while Universe is in the jungle, getting his farm, getting his Tranquil Boots, and maybe even a Blink Tiger, depending on how long he stays there. So, big first blood coming out. They trade it right back. The biggest deal, I think, is Sumail is still doing rather well in this lane, despite Shawade having a decent amount of Necromastery stacks, 23 in fact, and he can hit like a truck. But he's got ahead of the jungle and just try to farm a little bit. Oh, they might rotate mid.
We got to get these stacks up, boys. I want to raise them. I want to raise them and get some sweet cash here. It's the director, Zhao Wei, very experienced, going against the young Pakistani boy, 15 years old, moving forward now. Right clicks come out, no. Oh, and the coil committed here. Now he sees Lanham. Oh crap, I got to get back. And he will. Though the greed, put in check right there. Sumail has to commit the coil, unfortunately, but Lanham's right there to save Zhao Wei.
I'm pretty sure cooldown. I don't know. He could have maybe made a play there, but that's all right. He'll have his treads pretty soon, and then he'll try to get to, obviously, that Blink Dagger.
I mean, if
ROTK
this was NEL, he probably would have made that dive. Let's not, not kid anyone, but
well,
DAC, Uh-oh. Hold of RTK. Make the pounce while simultaneously Lanham gets a hold of Universe there. RTK up to the high ground says, nope, sorry, I'm out of here. But if he's in view, okay, he's able to follow up. I was going to say Battle Hunger could have his number, but he walks away.
That was like one right click from a kill. Big rotations from Lanham. He is saving his teammates' lives right now. This guy's putting out a clinic as to how to rotate and be effective early. So we'll give some room for AUI top lane to like throw up Riptides, get a couple of CS here and there. He has 4, so I mean he's got something, but your Burning Medusa, unsurprisingly, is your lead CSer at 35 and 11. Actually, Sumail catches right back up and gets 2 quick ones in the middle lane. So they're jockeying for the lead here. And
he's like, no, Maut, sorry. Me now. A couple of easy CS.
So he'll just walk right back down mid, throws up the illusory orb. And yeah, he's actually, I mean, like, this is not an easy lane to be okay in once you get, like, a lot of Necromastery stacks. It's not hard to continue to stay up in CS with that kind of hero, so Sumail's done a pretty good job this far.
I mean, you got these opposites here, both PPD and Lanham. The supports who just like to get moving all over the place, rotating around, just trying to pop in when needed or when they're looking to go on the aggressive, or if he's just there to save a friend. But I feel like you got a couple of cores here really farming it on up. Burning in the top lane is really coming back as far as CS goes, and that's scary. You don't want to be sleeping on your Medusa burning. You're looking to try to get objectives quickly, take down towers, pull away from that farm. Maybe sneak in a Rosh if you can, but I don't know. I feel like this is a bit of a slow start for EG. And if they're not going to be going with the late game core Naga, I don't think that's the tempo they want to have.
I mean, they're really banking right now on Universe getting an early Blink Dagger and Fear being effective. But again, Fear didn't get off to a fast start because he was against a solo Batrider, and that matchup is sort of iffy for him. So Universe needs to start making some big plays. Sumail as well. Sumail's Blink Dagger is going to be, I think, maybe even bigger. But they might catch him. There's going to be the telekinesis, and he's in trouble. He's got a phase shift waiting, but he's still going to go down. He's done. He had a loose but he couldn't get it out, and that bounty rune is 100% not worth it.
Guess who was there? Lanham. Just always happens to be around when trouble breaks out. This kid, I tell you what. So with that, they get a nab on Sumail. They even things up 2-2, and conveniently, Mr. Lanham also has a sentry ward. He plops that down, takes an obs back. This guy is just someone you role model after if you want to be a good support player. I know we're praising the hell out of him, but he's doing a really nice job. And for Evil Geniuses, man, I mean, don't get me wrong, Owie is a player. He's very ambidextrous with how he plays the game. Very smart kid, and obviously can build up the farm here. I wouldn't be surprised if we could look away for a moment and turn back, and he quickly turns into a powerhouse core.
Yeah, but it's just not going to happen it's not going to happen that quickly. That's the problem. Like, by the time that happens, Burning's going to have a decent chunk in terms of items and farming. They're actually rotating heroes. Sumail's going to head top lane, and they realize that Big God's game plan right now is actually just babysitting Xiao mid, and not only babysitting him, but like rotating to get rune control, and anytime that, well, actually Sumail needs to be careful. Big telekinesis ice comes in. What a rotation. They are really just going to every lane that Sumail is in and dealing with him there. Like,
they're putting the kid in his place. That's what it feels like right now. It's just, they know the puck. I mean, they time it out beautifully with each other. They show that they got the chemistry, and puck is not what normally would be one of the most slippery, elusive heroes in the game. Looks like could be easily taken down in the hands of these players. It's pretty crazy.
Dire's bottom tower
I mean, the supports for Evil Geniuses aren't able to keep up with Sumail because he's just kind of doing his own thing for the most part. They're not really able to stick around him, and that because of that, he gets caught out and he dies so quickly. Xiao is going to be going for the mech, so not a bad pickup there. Burning sitting on a Morbid Mask, actually, for the Medusa. Is this Phase Mom Medusa? Like, I haven't seen this in ages. Maybe it's just Helm of the Dominator, who knows? I actually don't know the build that Burning goes in this hero.
Morbid Mask is definitely very intriguing here, so I mean, he probably has something plotted out to itemize for this specific kind of a game. It's a unique lineup from EG, so maybe a unique build is in order for Burning. We'll have to see if that's the case, but it's Universe right now. It's on him. He's got 2k gold. We got to get that Blink Dagger, and then it's our time. PPD's been holding this smoke at the ready just for this moment here, so this is going to be the point where EG are going to look to really bounce back.
I think Burning just goes casual and Morbid Mask in a lot of these games. It's really weird. It's an interesting build, but I mean, if he wants lifesteal, that's one way to get it. You could stay in the jungle farm a bit more effectively. And he actually, because he's not going mana shield, so you can't farm in the jungle as effectively. You lose a lot of health. All right, I guess Morbid Mask works pretty well. But 3-2 now, and it's not just Burning that's getting farmed. We talked about Xiao too. He's becoming a force to be reckoned with. His mech, I believe, is going to fly out pretty soon. He has a full mech, so it's coming.
It's coming on that ugly little war. It's coming, but they jump on the mid lane, and we needed something from Universe, and he delivers. It's a dunk in the face of the director. Pah! Gets it done.
Wow, this Blink Dagger just came out of nowhere. Like, they put him in the jungle for like 3 or 4 minutes, and like, boom, there it is.
When I looked at him last, he had 2,000 gold, so I'm like, okay, I got a little bit of time to look at some other people, you know, and then suddenly he ganks with the Blink Dagger.
then it's over, and you're like, well, I guess I should have seen that coming. I don't know, dude. Like he just finds farm. Like, I mean, I guess this is what your job is, and you're supposed to get this done. And it's really good that they get that kill because you need to pick up that kill with the first blink dagger. We say it so often. The same is supposed to be said for ROTK and his Bat Rider, which, by the way, ROTK had a huge lane, a lane that was a lot better than the Axe's lane, and he just still can't get the blink dagger on a decent timing. I guess he did go for he went for the bottle, so obviously he had to use a bit more money than Universe did, but
Yeah. He gets it now, though. I mean, he was getting in like little skirmishes and fisticuffs and constantly brought down to near death, so he had to make these little bit of extra trips to heal up and you know, get ready to go. So
right.
with that, they're going to give Universe or any hopeful EG member a taste of their own medicine. Now we got the Blink Dagger. Where's the smoke at? Who's got the Dank to Blaze? It's Lanham here. What a support player. So if they want, they pop it on out, and they can look to get a kidnapping here. So your prize target, I mean, is it going to be Fierce Slark? He could be hard to bring down. With the Pact is timed perfectly, it might be a little too tricky. So after that, do you make another go at Sumail, you think?
I mean, you don't fix what isn't broken. Sumail seems to be the main target. Although I don't know if they know that he's a haste rune. They probably know because I think he got a top rune spot and there was a ward there to scout it out. But I don't know if it's that hard to gank Fear with Blink Lasso. Like if they're completely, like he doesn't know it's coming. He has no idea the Blink's up yet. They have no vision of the Smoke of Deceit gank coming through. Sumail's a fine target if you can get the Lasso before it pops the haste rune.
Oh,
otherwise he'll probably get away.
Give me
Yep,
a young
he can
one.
pop it.
They
He's
kidnapped
dead.
the little boy and yeah, bring him back. Oh,
That song's a bit too late from AUI. It's a good try, though.
Maybe he just needs to warm up the pipes.
Like that, it just dies so quickly. It's like Lasso, Earth Spike, Ether Shock. Not Earth Spike, rather. Lasso, Ether Shock, Raise, dead. It's just that, like, double Raise is probably more than enough.
And now Lanham just simply drops and plops down the wards, and it's interesting to see that it's big gods. Even with the Medusa game here, they're moving, they're getting objectives. Burning's getting involved. Shoot out the Mystic Snake. Wow, that's half his life gone. The Raise actually almost could have got him there, but it was just out of range. Oh, Universe sneaks, tries to pull him back towards the tower. Well, it looks like they're going to be able to steal Berserker's Call. Not the best
Good
grab for
old
Rubik.
Rubik Berserker's Call, man.
Could you just imagine Rubik? I wish they like had a sound instead of like, "Rah," it's like, yeah.
Or whatever he sounds like. Fear does get the kill as RTK stays too long. They did not expect Fear to be there. He has a Shadow Blade. And again, items that probably shouldn't be there. You know, the Slark having this item is actually pretty amazing, but
Suddenly Shadow Blade.
and I don't mean to sound like, by the way, that, you know, Rubik Berserker's Call is bad. It's just funny that he gets it. Like, Telekinesis into Call is pretty solid.
If you had a Blink Dagger or something, it's still
Yeah, I mean, the
extremely
Blink Dagger is
effective and stuff.
optimal. It's
But
super
at this
optimal.
state, what are you going to do? You have a smoke and a TP scroll. You're going to walk in and yell at him and just hope that you get to walk away with your life? That's not how it works, eyesight.
Well, hopefully you get like a Hex from the Shadow Shaman or like a Blink Lasso, and then when Lasso's done, if you still need a way to initiate, you Telekinesis and then Call. The problem with Call on a Rubik is like it's just you have no health, and I mean even if you have a shit ton of armor, I don't know how that actually helps you.
I mean, the nice thing is that what if like there's a big like right click to come and he pulls out the call, gets the bonus armor, and it saves his life? Then,
Yeah, I
then
mean,
who's
there's
laughing
always
now?
that.
Uh-oh, Burning might not be laughing here. Jump in, gets that call, and they might be able to follow up with a dunk, but suddenly he has life and dishes out the Stone Gaze as he walks away.
Just a simple turnaround, walk away for Burning. It's just that easy.
That same style like a Naga, where you just hit your song, hit your gaze, and you're like, sorry guys, see you later. Universe dunks down Lanham. I don't know what he was doing. Oh, bottom lane gets the solo grab onto him. I was
Lanham was
having
gonna be
eyes on the big
cheeky.
god.
Lanham was like, oh, there's not going to be anybody down here. No one's going to TP for this tier 1 tower. I'm going to pop up my Circle Wards and then walk away. And then Universe says, hey, how are you? Just pops up the Berserker's Call, gets the Culling Blade. And Evil Geniuses are not doing a bad job splitting up and just kind of taking different lanes to work with.
God, they
They'll
are
try to
swarming towards Universe, and he goes right to ROTK, but that is right into the palm of hands of big gods. They're gonna
Nice,
come right
nice,
over.
nice. He got the Telekinesis Call. He did it, dude. He didn't have to use Lasso. Perfect initiation.
Proves us wrong. Very effective. Solid steal for Eyesight, and he makes it
I'm
work.
telling you, man. Rubik against Dax is not bad. Like, steal Culling Blade, it's a pretty solid pickup. 350 or 250 kill threshold on a Rubik. Like, that's more than you'll ever be able to accomplish early on in the game. So,
Radiant's
see the
bottom
Rubik dunk.
tower has fallen.
Dude, I don't even know. I don't think I've ever seen a Rubik dunk before.
Oh my god, that would just be the biggest insult. I would love to see it. Could happen here, but oh, ROTK. Annihilated. Fear showing. Don't sleep on me. I'm still in this game. Shadow Blade in hand and 2.3k gold. He's going to get farmed really fast. Even Bernie could be sweating.
Well, I mean, listen, man. You know they're going to be sleeping on him. They have a Naga Siren on their team. All right, that's what
I
I'm
see
done
what
for.
you did there. I like it.
Jesus, that's awful. God. I'm
That was
so
actually
sorry.
pretty good. I'll give you props on that.
I'm so sorry, everybody. All right, BKB is the next choice for Xiao. He has the Ochre Club. He has the BKB recipe all ready to go. Just needs about 1,000 gold for the Mithril Hammer. Lanham and Ice Ice have been doing a really solid job supporting. If you guys want to see how a good support duo works, these are the
Bad
two.
they don't
to look
have
at.
a Twitch I can really watch or a YouTube video session I could
They all
increase.
stream on the Chinese stream sites, but it's just so hard to like.
The hours are crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
As I tell you that I'm casting at 4 in the morning, Maut, but
Yep. Oh.
normally, my normal life, I'm not going to be watching like that. But anyways, yeah, they're no joke. They've been around the Dota block, all right? This ain't their first rodeo, and looking to saddle on up here, OTK. Scouts out the Rosh pit. They want it. Oh, Xiao Wei, double rune, loving right here. Pops out the invis and also brings in the illusion.
They're actually going to put the Supermorphs down, have the Illusions tank up Roshan. Presence of the Dark Lord is level 2, so some decent armor reduction going. 4 armor reduction, so Roshan is sitting at 4 minus 1.
I think that's 3.
Thank you.
4 minus 1.
I'm not good at math, as anyone who knows me well will tell you. Listen, it's tough sometimes.
Oh, here comes Sumail, just with the orb, obviously not going to commit. Oh, the coil does catch on 4.
Nice.
But it just says, stay there, don't come any closer, please. Get away.
Dire's
they'll back
bottom
up.
tower is under attack.
That's not a bad coil, but the problem with that coil was there's no follow-up. It's on cooldown now. Kind of had to use it to get away. Luckily, it's not the longest cooldown ability, so...
They could have been nervous. ROTK was in flight. He was probably looking for a blink. I mean, he doesn't have a force, so he doesn't have, like, the hugest gap closing, but maybe it's just better to play safe than sorry. I mean, it's not the longest cooldown for your coil. 50 more seconds, they'll be at the ready. I don't think Big God are looking to, like, immediately push at this point and take advantage of that window of time. So, it's a coil. At least it connected on a lot of people. So that's cool.
We've decided. Well, I mean, yeah, that was a nice, impressive coil. They all kind of just sat there for it. I think if you're evil geniuses...
They just kind of all sat there for it. That's what you do when you get coiled. You just sit there and accept it.
All right. We're getting clowny. I'm a bit tired. I do apologize. I shouldn't be tired. You're the one that should be tired. Ultimate Orb on the Slark. He's going for a Scotty more than likely. There's no reason to mind anything else. Blink finally done
What
for
about
Smell. I'm
Lincolns?
surprised it took him this long to get that
You
Blink
can't
tag.
count out Lincolns. There's a lasso in the game.
You just have to hope Darkback's good enough, I think, against the lasso.
All right, I was just trying to give Lincoln his fair share, but more than likely.
Screw that item, dude. Lincoln sucks.
We never see Lincoln's really. Even the Medusa's in this game, and she's like, yeah. I
don't
might get
think
Scotty
so.
too. I want a Scotty too.
Yeah, like
Screw
the
your Lincoln.
phase Scotty is like super strong all of a sudden, but he even goes phase Yasha Scotty, which is like even better. It's like such a
Radiant's
good
bottom
build.
tower is under
Just the
attack.
casual morbid mask.
Dire's top tower
Yeah, I don't know,
is
like
under
that's
attack.
such a
Style.
weird pickup.
Dire's
I guess like it's
structures
just
are
because he didn't have many mana shield levels early on, so it helps just to farm the jungle more effectively and just
Radiant structures
stay
are
alive, I guess.
fortified.
It's weird.
RTK almost has his Bat Rider tool belt.
Dire's
Force staff
top
almost
tower
complete.
is under
The rest
attack.
of his goons are able to finish out the tier 2 tower at the
Dire's
bottom
top
lane, committing the
tower has
wards for it, but
fallen.
it is a trade after all. Evil Geniuses are able to secure a top tier 2 here. Fear rather leading out the front. Already has the one ultimate orb, money for the second. He's getting pretty damn close to this Scotty, and he's ready to kind of go knocking at this top tier 3 if he wants to, but we'll see if
Dire's top
Big God,
tower
mind you,
is under
still
attack.
have the Aegis on hand. Going to continue to keep the pressure while it's alive.
And for now, Evil Geniuses are doing, like I said, a really good job in forcing rotations from Big God. And if Fear gets this Scotty, they're in a pretty good position. Once that Aegis goes down, maybe they can take a couple more towers and even try to pressure high ground because you still, I mean, again, Medusa's going to get very farmed and it's going to be tough to deal with her later on, even
Radiant's
Shawade as
bottom
well. But
tower is under attack.
I don't know, it's tough because Evil Geniuses don't have the, I mean, Slark's good in the late game, but Other than that, they really they have the one core, whereas Big God have the two because of the Shadow Fiend and obviously the burning Medusa. So,
What do you think Owie's farming up? He's got 1,800 gold. Is it too late for the catch-up Midas? Like, is he going for a Radiance?
I doubt the Radiance is coming out. I just think you could go like, let's see. He went for Arcane, so he's going utility. Like you, sometimes you'll see Treads coming out on Naga Sirens, and that way you can transition into farming hero later. You can get like Diffusal Blade's fine, maybe even like a Manta style for extra split pushing if you're trying to ride out the game. But he went Arcane, so I don't know what he's gonna go for here. He could go for some utility items. We'll see what he picks up. He does have a lot of money though.
Yules or the good old classic Force Staff maybe. We'll see how support driven he wants to go. It's really percolating my interest here as he holds that 2K. But mid lane, there's the pressure. Tier 2 now. These are the wards being dropped. And mind you, a game where Big Guy got to be feeling comfortable as the game goes on with the Medusa at their back. But there's the Scotty. It's going to be completed by Fear, but the first one to finish this race was Burning. And ooh, sweet, a double stack for me. And he's going to be able to get this farm. They ping it out. Or if ELG is head that way for maybe a contention. Nope, that's just free gold in the bank for Burning.
That's huge. That's actually so big. That stacks so much money that just goes the way of Burning and Shao 8. Like it's.
Oh boy, the bank of Burning gets bigger.
It always does, man. It always does.
I would love to get a loan there. Absolutely. The interest rate, I'm sure, is just perfect.
Burning is the king of farming and having gold in his pockets. He's a Lannister, for God's sakes. I don't think you watch Game of Thrones, but that's a reference I'm sure a lot of people like.
I wasn't sure if it was like that or Harry Potter or something. I'm sorry. I haven't watched really either.
It's the same
the
thing.
Dingledores. Yes. Castle Dwendorf. Sorry. I watched a little bit of Game of Thrones.
You're literally throwing out, you're actually just insulting like hundreds of people in chat right now.
Okay, I like the show, but I have to go back and catch up. So I don't know much about it.
Hold on.
Here, trying to go for a snipe on the Lanham. It's an assassination. I hope someone was there to take pictures. But jump forward, RTK immediately pulls back. BKB going to be popped. Stone Gaze, but the sleep says hold your phone. Requiem flies. Fear eats a bit of damage, and well, that looks like there's the Naga trump card to the Medusa. It prevents Burning from really dishing out a whole lot of damage. This is like Naga on Naga action. It's kind of sexy.
Kind of action, yes.
In a weird way.
Best.
I don't know.
Shao 8's gonna head towards the bottom rune spot. Level 3 ult for the Shadow Fiend would have been perfect there. Might have even gotten a kill, but level 2 is just not enough. And they tried to fight him. They tried to single him out with the Song of the Siren and fight him when his BKB was up. But I think Fear and Axe got disabled probably from the Medusa ult. I'm not sure. And they just couldn't fight. So they had to just leave at that point. If they were able to single out him with the BKB on, with like a Berserker's Call and right click from the Slark, they'd probably get that kill. But BKB is still down for 23 seconds. And actually, Evil Geniuses are taking hold of the jungle coming out of BG. So
this is feeling like a bit of a boost coming out. Feeling the vibes right now for EG. Aoi also still holding 2,500 gold now. They make the jump there again. Snap on ROTK. He could be in trouble, and he will be taken down. Aoi helps out with that Riptide, and now Ice is going to be in trouble here. Fear moves forward, but here comes Burning. No Stone Gaze yet. 10 more seconds. A trap comes out from Lanham. Pounce able to get away. Fear's under the Shadow Dance and walks on out. PPD, though, zapped in the ass from Lanham. And still they move forward. Burning has the Stone Gaze. Obviously not effective here as they're not looking the right way, but he still considers a chase, and now they will pull back. The long-winded one ends up being ROTK in exchange for PPD.
That was a really patient play from Fear to hold that Shadow Dance for that long. And because the Ward Trap came out, and without that, he's dead. He takes one more set of auto attacks from those wards, and he goes down for sure. But they end up trading 1-for-1, and PPD goes down. PPD, by the way, as most support lines do, is literally not buying anything other than like a couple of support items here and there, and literally just saving for a Blink Dagger and try to get that as fast as possible. If AUI goes for Radiance, I'm probably going to have an aneurysm. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just, it's so unusual, man.
Yeah.
He has 3,000 gold.
We tried this
really safe.
The support Naga for First Blood, that didn't work out. Time to go carry. All right. And just
I mean, the thing is that it could actually work out. That's the scary thing, because they're against a Medusa. And, like, they're doing a really good job of pushing the waves out. They still have a couple of outer towers left to work with, but If he gets a Radiance, who knows? He might be able to farm up enough. I don't think he's going for it, but
He's got 3K gold. What else are you getting at this point?
I don't know what else he's saving up
It's
for now.
it's the straight to rapier Naga support. I've
He's
seen this
gonna
before.
buy like a butterfly.
There's a living legend out there. I once read. With arcane boots and a rapier, the game was had.
That reminds me of something. So you know Spitwater, right?
Yes.
He once gave me some wise words when I was really feeling down about Dota, like about a year and a half or 2 years ago.
Okay.
I was playing just pubs and I was just getting stomped, and I was not feeling comfortable about where I was as a player. And he's just like, you know what, man? Sometimes you just gotta rush rapier. And I took that literally. I played a game as a Luna, and this is what I bought. You ready? I went brown boots rapier. I got rapier at 30 minutes, and I got jumped down by an axe within 5 minutes after getting the rapier, and I died. And here's the crazy thing. My team did not flame me once. I don't know what happened, but it was like the gods from above descended on me so that I could have that game, laugh a little bit, not get flamed, and still want to play Dota afterwards. Sometimes we'll all need one of those games to whet our appetite with. So
Man, if Owie, I mean, more than likely at this point, he's getting the Radiance. But if he throws on a rapier after you say a story like that and then pulls out the win, this is just a chopped up highlight in the making. So we'll
as much
see.
as I want to see the rapier come out from AUI in 2000, that is a 0.01% chance of happening, I believe.
Yeah, so he'll get the Radiance, and let's say he could be one of the best at stalling out this game. And then when you go into ultra late mode, now you have Evil Geniuses, a late game Slark, and a late game Naga to go against Burning's Medusa. This is a battle of the Titans, something straight out of Godzilla, for God's sakes, of Dota. So
The crazy thing is that because there's a Slark on Evil Genius' side, and BG can't really, like, the best thing to do would be able to, like, to push down like, the lane and just try to find like a couple of pickoffs so to try to push down and get these towers. But Fear could be literally anywhere on the map. They have no idea. They have to start really emphasizing Sentry Wards because he has that Shadow Blade, and they really need to be wary of what he's accomplishing, and they have to take back their jungle. And they've started pushing in and trying to push them out of their own jungle, but as of right now, that's going to be Relic Gold. AUI 2000 has a Relic in 40 gold. I mean, it is 29 minutes, but that's not bad for support, all things considered.
yeah, but it's just a Relic right now, and Big God are looking to fight. And what are you going to do with a Naga with just the Relic and really not a lot of meat? I mean, these illusions might be easy pushovers. You're looking at Zhao 8 now as an Eagle Song. He's almost got the Butterfly. That's going to make things dicey even for Fear to right-click him. They need more
courier.
time. Oh,
no, the courier.
Oh.
Radiant's
Sorry, they
turret
didn't lose
has
anything.
been
He could just
killed.
walk there and get it next time.
Radiant's top
At least
tower
didn't have the
is
Relic
under
on it.
attack.
But it's just more gold going the way of BG. I mean, it actually, Evil Geniuses made the right play there. They knew they were all missing off the map. They actually all backed up
Dire's
Burning, or
middle
rather
tower
Fear
is
doesn't need to
under
back up because he has
attack.
Shadow Dance. But they had really good. They had a good idea of what was happening. They didn't give a shit about the courier apparently.
Yeah, but
So whatever.
Now he's. I was questioning how hard it was going to be to fight with just a Relic. Now he doesn't even have that. Pushing in the base. Wards are going to be dropped, and now they dish out the damage, and he says
But
pause.
this is the thing. This is why you picked Naga, so that you can clean up the Stripping Wards and just deal with them. And Universe is going to go with the call now as well. Grim Pearl, 4-step onto Shower to push him into the base more. Now he's going to pop the BKB. There's going to be the big ultimate. Fear gets hexed him as well. Fear's going to go down. He doesn't have a buyback. What a big play for BG. And that might provide them the tier 3 tower. Sumail's going to get chased down. He's actually looking for the courier, but oh my god, that turn radius though. He can't even move. The last one goes to the last move from RTK. Got a bit too greedy there. He's going to get hexed up, 2 down. Tier 3 tower's done. PPD getting dove up. Buyback from Sumail. Again, no buyback from Fear. Big jump in from Universe. Pops the blade mail, but he can't get the proc command. He will get Lana. No, they actually push him back. Sumail's going to dive back, but they will get 2 jams in from Universe. The 2 Culling Blades. Double kill for Burning. 3 for 3 trade. They're trying their best to defend. They actually glyph. They have Aegis though on Shao 8. Buyback coming in from PPD though. He's going to walk in. He does not have Finger of Death. They get the melee racks. They're going to back up.
Radiant's top barracks
Big
has
hit.
fallen.
Big hit to the EG base. They don't want him to get away with that. Zhao Wei still holds the Aegis. They want to at least take care of that one. Universe dunk him. Oh, what?
Mech,
Oh, it
though.
didn't work. The mech saved him at the last second. The threshold was too high. They still end up dropping him. The Aegis will be procced. But I think with that, they walk away. At least taking away that extra life. They do lose the melee racks. So a big hit. Evil Geniuses know that Big God maybe wanted to bring it in the late game, and they change gears and try to put together a more dominating late game force, but it looked like Big God maybe got online and were ready to go a bit too soon.
I'm pretty sure they looked at AUI and they were like, okay, this guy's farming our jungle. He hasn't bought anything other than arcane boots. He still doesn't have anything other than arcane boots. He's probably going for something like a Radiance.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is that AUI, once the courier comes back alive, he'll have it. Or he's going to go buy the relic now, and then he's going to have it very soon. But Big God are already posturing inside of Roshan despite it being down for some period of time. Lonham has gotten no ward. He's just sitting in the side of the pit for whatever reason, so just chilling.
Net worth is probably one of the steepest drops. When you look at that, that's like a roller coaster I would not want to get on. And XP is almost the same there. Big things for Big God. Jump up. Lanham could be in trouble. Dagon and the follow-up auto attack secures it. Xiaohui's going to get spotted, but he gets stunned. But now they get hold of Sumail again. RTK has just had Sumail's number with these lassos all through the game.
Yeah, no, RTK's played a very good Batrider game. These lassos have been on point.
That's why I was like questioning the non-ban to it. I feel like Big God, whenever they have the opportunity to get Batrider, they just snag it up for RTK.
Certainly a good hero. Solid hero. It always has been. They're going to walk up to the tier 3 tower middle lane. Like Berserker's Call is going to go. All right, here's the fight.
Jump in, gaze, burning. The song is going to cancel it, looks like, for now, and Xiaohui will walk back, BKB'd. It looks like it's only temporary. Big God are going to still continue to push on in, though ROTK's Fireflight could come to a close. Obviously not going to be able to work with the lasso here. They slowly just pelt from the low ground. Burning with that Eagle Song, extra boost of damage. And really, Evil Genius is kind of questioning what their next motive is. Fear tried to sneak forward, pulled back, goes in again. Pounce is not going to catch, but, oh, it did catch, but now he gets forced away from home. Universe moves in and tries to get the burst on the Xiaohui fingered. Call. Burst, and there's the Requiem. And unfortunately, that's going to be a big turnaround for EG. And now Burning, trots on forward, back behind Sumail, gets the lasso off Dagon on the Lanham, but now he gets kidnapped again. ROTK constantly grabs him up with the lasso. That time off cooldown and at the ready. Fear even pulling out the buyback for this one. Big God walk away with big winnings again. They don't get the tier 3 tower down, but it's a big fight for them.
Fear is not going to be denied. Bash? Ooh, no first hit bash for Fear. Unfortunately, the RNG was not with him there. Buys back as he gets just enough gold to do so. And he finds nothing off the back end of it. I think they probably take the base, though, if he doesn't buy back. So at least he pushes them back from their tier 3 tower. And that did take a lot of damage. Now there's a Butterfly on Burning. He's Butterfly, Manta, Scotty, FaZe at 34 minutes into the game. His GPM is currently above 600. It'll probably increase as the game continues. So as much as AUI is going to try to farm out this Naga Siren Radiance, and well, I mean, his next couple of items says he already has the Radiance. Like, if Burning if Big God keep doing what they're doing here and just trying to pressure the towers and take buildings, I think they probably just take the game. Evil Geniuses are a bit too far behind now, and I don't know if they have enough time to catch up.
They just need to stall while they can. They have one of the best at doing it in the game. It's with this Naga. Lots of potential creep cutting is probably going to be in our near future here to even try to salvage what they can with a little bit of backdoor protection. If it means getting that extra bit of time for Aoi on his Naga to get 1-2 more items, and then that point we might be able to break even in some of these engagements and slowly take it back. But Burning Medusa after all. And well, we already saw him earlier today/tonight be able to bring a game back against Fiji Gaming. He's looking just as farmed at this point. That Butterfly recently complete. What the hell are you going to do with that Morbid Mask, Burning? Can you please just sell it already or decide to turn it into something? I don't know. For me, it's almost becoming an eyesore and is what is turning out to be a beautiful inventory.
Yeah, he's sold it, I think, the past couple of games. He's kept it one game that was kind of short. I don't think he turns it. You can turn it into Satanic if you feel like it, but I'm not sure. I don't think he does that. And yeah, I think for now they're more than content with just farming. I feel like they should be pushing into the wave and pushing into the towers and trying to make something happen. But it's just the fact that, you know, if you get a Naga with a Manta style and a Heart of Trask, that these illusions are going to be a lot more difficult to deal with. For now, you just right-click them once or twice and boom, they're dead. It's not even an issue. But you let this game go on a bit longer, and all of a sudden you're in a position where the creep cutting is not only going to be the only issue, but it's going to be Nagasarm with, towers, falling to her illusions alone. So they got to find Roshan, and they got to push down and try to finish this game off.
Rosh is back up. It wasn't that long of a timer, but they haven't really scouted it out yet. Just kind of create a little bit of space for themselves, so that way they can have the space to move in there and get the job done. It shouldn't take that long with your Shadow Fiend and Burning with his new right click. I'm sure it'll be pretty swift. So Evil Geniuses, they're banking on this. They smoke. They head that direction here. It looks like they might go for a Rosh contention here. Oh boy. Do you think they could do it? Universe with his blinking axe, is that going to be enough?
I think they could absolutely do it. They have a lot of damage, and they're going to song up, and this could be a good fight for them. Universe is going to get into a really good position here, but he might not be able to do much. The Berserker's Call is going to go. They're going to get the Aerospike Xiaowei. He is going to fall, but the Requiem does go. It does so much damage. Fear won't have buyback if he goes down. They're going to lose 3 heroes. Burning with the split shot decimates everybody. The Serpent Ward's placed down. Fear is going to go down. He is dead for 90 seconds. Take Roshan if you want, but you could just push down mid, and I think that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to try to finish this game off.
Oh, man, oh, man. The Requiem also just so much AoE burst. It makes for easy-peasy cleanup. You got so much damage spreads already coming out from Burning's multi-shot. Lanham and his drops down the wards. The Ether Shock also has a huge spread. They just, it feels like EG get hit all at once, and there was just no coming back. And with that, they move on into the base. No buybacks whatsoever on the side of EG right now. And only a little owie, Naga, who's trying to just turn into his own critical mass, cannot defend. So with that, your mid lane Rax goes down.
Mega creeps.
Yeah.
His Fear is dead for 46 seconds. Universe is going to have to put in so much work. Are they actually going to back from this? Burning, are you serious? Like, I know you like to play things safe, dude, but, like, come on, man. I mean, I know Universe is scary. I don't know how scary he really is, though.
You could have at least finished off the one Rax at the top lane.
Yeah, seriously. Go to the range Rax, force out a glyph, do something. Like, you have 30 seconds. Whatever. They'll take Roshan. I don't know what I'm getting upset for. I'm popping off.
Slow and methodical is the way here for Big God. They feel a nice, comfortable lead. I mean, look at the graph.
It's ridiculous. Like, I love the fact that they're so patient.
I'm going to say they're disciplined.
Yeah, exactly. It shows that you are disciplined in the game of Dota. But from a spectator standpoint, oh, okay. Or just by rapier, I guess.
You know what? They say, Maut, they say, screw you. You want discipline? I'm going to pour some spicy salsa all over this crap and really go to town.
You know what? This is what they wanted to do. They wanted to act like they were being disciplined and go buy a rapier, get Aegis, pick up the rapier, head down bottom, and finish the game off. It's like, okay.
It's like a boxing match, and you finish one round, and you're surprised the guy made it out of that round, and now the next round starts, and he's got a punch. He's got wound up back behind. He's ready to throw it. This is Big God now, but what about the defense of EG? They got to throw something together. Oh, no, preemptive call. Fear gets scouted, and they go right back to the base, but they can't get away. Oh, and Kidnapping. Universe is going to get pulled right back into the mix, and Burning unloads his new pretty rapier. The right click comes through the blade mail. Not going to be too useful as the stun was there. And here we go. No one gets dropped, thankfully, for EG, but this looks to be the last high ground defense.
They saw that rapier and they backed the hell up. They were like, nope, nope, nope. We're not fighting into that, boys. Let's get out of here. They could kill Burning still. He does have the Aegis, so they have a couple of free shots to this tower. Song's going to go. They'll clean up the wards quickly. And Fear's going to walk in. They're thinking about going. Ice actually just places high ground. They blow up the Rubik. They're going to blow up Xiaowei as well. He might not be able to get the cheese off. He gets bashed. He's going to fall, but Burning is going to go to work. He gets 2 kills immediately. PPD is going to fall as well. Fear's going to get right clicked. He's trying to get up, but the Scotty slow is too real, and he is stuck between a rock and a hard place, and that is GG. Well, the old boys, they do it again. Burning. He played a miraculous Nagasar, and Xiaowei not too shabby himself, and the Legends, they come out on top.
Beautiful work there. Big God get it done with a more standard kind of a lineup. Evil Geniuses, it felt like they were trying something out. You know, I feel like they led in with going with the initial plan of that support Naga, and then they gave it a go. They got so close, just 10 health before getting that first blood, and that would have been game changing. It's interesting to say it like that, like that one kill, but that would have been a much more successful top lane, a better experience for Universe, Blink Dagger possibly sooner. The snowball builds up, and, well, now we'll never know. But they tried to change gears. It didn't really work out, and Big Dogs are going to be your winner. Now I keep saying Big Dogs. Dags? Well, it's the big gods, and big work coming out from them.
Solid game, and they move up to, I believe, 11-3. EG moved down to 10-5. I might be wrong about that. I hope I'm correct, but yeah, I mean, Evil Genius is having a couple of rough games here these past couple of days, especially today and 2 days ago, where they lost so far 2 games in both those days. Hopefully, they could get it back going, but I'm not sure if that's their last game or not, actually.
Well, according to my fancy little schmancy Liquipedia, they were currently staying at 10-3. This might put them up to 10-4, so I think that would mean they maybe have one more game to go.
Okay,
And
I thought it was 10-5.
And I think this was the last match for Big God, though. Now they bump up to 11-4, so their 15 matches are done. And for the most part, both these teams are in a comfortable upper bracket position, but they want to be in a spot where they may want to face a team they feel more comfortable with in round 1. So that does change things a bit, but that concludes this heat. That was, heat number 5, and we're going to be moving to the heat number 6. Or no, heat number 5 is coming up next. It's going to be eHome versus Rave. Myself and Maut will be back for that one. Catch us on our Twitters at KotLGuy and at MautDota. We'll be back after a small break.